I even turned the volume up to maximum for this. Yay, howdy, nearly senior citizen here, greetings boys, girls, and all of our non-binary friends, and welcome to this, a brand new day, wherein I need to turn off the banner now, which again, of course, is just my Bluetooth speaker for the console, so I can finally close this turn up button.
Power off.
See? Yay! It is a brand new day, and there are good and bad things that have happened in life. Part of the good is I actually slept in until 7:30. So tired last night, and I slept in. So that's a good thing. But also, checking my list on the side over there. Yesterday, I actually pushed through my depression. It was pretty heavy duty. I have been very badly depressed since my Xbox broke. And further than that, I have felt more disconnected and lost in the past couple days since it broke than I have in a long time. I can't figure out the day of the week or what time it is, and I'm just wandering lost. It is a terrible feeling. I don't like it. But, you know, such is life. I'll get used to it. But also, talking about, I did, as stated, push through my depression to play the game Boltgun. Now, I used Bandicam, and it was a frickin' struggle to get Bandicam to record Boltgun. I mean, I even had to reboot my computer to make sure that it worked, because it was not working. Finally got it to do so. Ugh. Now, I use the audio that Bandicam will do through the laptop microphone. Oh boy, was that a mistake. Next time I'm going to be using the PS4 to record the audio and then just link it up on here through the editor. And oh my god, was it so hard to edit. I have no ideas why this turned out the way that it did. When I have recorded 50 minutes of 1920 by 1080 of Dead Island off my Xbox, it's been like 8 gigabytes. This was 1360 by 768 resolution, a half hour, 20 gigabytes. Oh my god, this computer only has 4. So editing was fun. It would just take a lot of time to get through stuff. Oh, it was a struggle. But I got it done because the game Boltgun it looks like a boomer shooter, but it's closer to Doom Eternal because it's an arena shooter. You go from place to place, shooting up the bad guys that are there, and then the doors shut behind you, and you have to purge the entire area. These purges are rough. And especially, I'm playing on Exterminatus for the channel, which is the very hardest level for the game. I can do it so far, but on a lower level of difficulty, just on one of my own playthroughs, I have hit a choke point, so it's gonna be rough. And just as a quick aside, I was leafing through some of my games on GOG. I got like 600 plus games on GOG. You know, good old games, GOG.com. And I had forgotten that I had the game Operation Body Count. Now, I played the game Operation Body Count for the channel way long back. I think before I even lost my house when my channel was first starting. The game Operation Body Count was done way back in the 90s by a group called Capstone Software. They did terrible stuff. Oh my god, just absolutely awful games like Operation Body Count, Witch Haven 2, there's Corridor 7. They did a whole bunch of stuff. These were games that were using the old Wolfenstein 3D engine. Only they were not good programmers. These games are awful. They're absolutely terrible, and oh my god, I love them. I love them. Don't you ever criticize my children. Especially the game Operation Body Count. I have played that game back when it first came out, and I beat it. And it's terrible. Even back then, I knew it was awful. All the Capstone games, the reputation for them back then was still bad. And oh my god, Operation Body Count's terrible. And the first song on the original soundtrack, that's a banger. It slaps. Lots of air coming out the side of my cheek there. Hopefully that wasn't too loud. It slaps. It kicks. It's awesome. Look up Operation. I should have it playing as some of my background music, and that'll be awesome because it's a great song compared. The other songs on the CD are awful. I mean, awful. I mean, they're not bad. They're just more like tracker stuff. And of course, I'm actually using my. Oh, I got a crate fly flying around. Using my arm pretty good. It's still like yesterday. Weighs like 5 pounds heavier than this arm. Not enough to really be anything more than slightly annoying. I mean, it feels like it's like this because of the weight. And that's not bad. And the springs, I only really feel it if I stretch out like that. Do I feel any of the spring-like action where my body wants to pull it back? Just regular use, doing good. Again, I sleep in that one position on my side with the pillow bracing my arm up. And I make sure that I do not do things to stress out this neck, because this is where the problem is. And I do not do anything that is going to stress this out. Oh my God, I have had just burning wires through here. I was checking out stuff at Safeway last night, and ooh, it was a bad burning line of fire down my arm. So I gotta be careful. I gotta be really careful. I mean, that stopped me in my tracks. I could not do anything. So I gotta be really careful, but I'm trying, and as long as I don't really feel it. I mean, it's starting to heat up back there, but because I'm really doing stuff with my arm here. But it's not terrible, so that's good. I don't know when I'm gonna get the results of my MRI, and I had a contact with the pain clinic. I'm not going to need a shot from the pain clinic. I don't need anything like that from them. I just need to call them up and let them know that right now, this, with the symptoms, with the way I'm treating my arm, the symptoms are subsiding. As long as I treat them nicely. So thumbs up on that. Yay! Now, I'm going to talk about this one, because I mentioned it yesterday. With this light up there, my hair is just ultra shiny, and the paper that I had back here, you notice that I tore it, so it doesn't just connect up with my hair. What that reminded me of, as a kid, I used to watch this old cartoon called Johnny Quest. There's like memes of Johnny Quest and the various characters, and the characters have been used through various things in time. One of them, if you know the cartoon, is an older man. There's this guy, older guy with no wife or anything like that, and he's got a beard and stuff like this, and he has a child, Johnny, and I can't remember the name of the Indian child that I'm quite sure that they treated quite racially horrific throughout the series. And then there was Race Bannon. Race Bannon was the main character's male companion, just a friend. Nothing more than that, because this was like way back in the 50s and 60s. But looking back at it from a more modern eye, yeah, you can tell Race and the main character, they were probably banging. And that's good. That's fine, as long as they're happy. Thumbs up for that. I mean, like I say, I'm under the LGBTQ plus tent, though I sit just at the buy/pan table. But he had just white hair. Absolutely white hair. So when my hair is just shining and then that thing's back there behind it, that's what it reminds me of. Race Bannon, though, that he didn't have anything here. Which, now that my hair is turning just absolutely silver, when I was a kid, a young kid before 10, my hair was platinum. Absolutely silver. You could see me running around in the dark because you saw this blob of white running around. My hair was just absolutely silver. And then when I got older and started getting closer to puberty, I got the dishwater blonde hair. And now it's turning back into the hair of my youth. Not the thickness, of course. It's very thin back here. Not bald, but thin. If you look hard, not that hard, you can see the scalp back here. The rest of it, yeah, my hairline's pulled back, but it's never been. It's been like here at its maximum, and that's I've never had one of those hairlines that goes like this. I have had a deep widow's peak from the very moment of puberty up until now. I still have that widow's peak. But I just thought I'd talk about that. What else do I have on my list? I gotta take my glasses off so I can see. Oh yeah, because I got started so late today, I didn't have a chance to smoke these, and this is some of my pain control. I do not feel anything but pain control. I don't feel anything psychoactive when I use cannabis for pain control, which is, I've mentioned before, I have a sky-high tolerance for everything, and I'm not sure why. The last time I had a colonoscopy, when they give you fentanyl, that's supposed to knock you out. They kept giving me fentanyl, and I remember the entire procedure because I was up, awake, and talking. I have a sky-high tolerance, and I don't know why, for everything, including I have to have like a combination of gabapentin and exhaustion and 30+% THC before I begin to feel anything but pain control. Thumbs up for that. What else do I have on my list? This is one I'm not really greatly politically connected, but I watch more political stuff, I guess, than most people out there. And one of the people I watch is, I've mentioned, Below the Fifth Column. He is very connected, checking my time. He is very connected in the security world. He did a lot of journalism for security stuff when younger, and now he's still in what's the word? Connection, I guess. He still talks with and gets information from a lot of people around the world. He's very connected. One of the things he's been talking about, of course, is the war in Russia. And I was terrified, I'm terrified of the group Wagner. They are a private military group, and they are, for Russia and all that. And if they're coming for you, you leave. Throw down your guns and go. They are very battle-hardened. They are very smart. They will destroy you. And they will destroy you in extremely unpleasant ways. Even in their own crew, their own troops. If you're one of their military people, and you even give the impression that you want to leave, they will record the other team people hacking your head off your shoulder with machetes. They are not a group to screw around with. And they turned around and are attacking Russia out of the Ukraine. The Ukraine. For whatever reason, Russia started turning its guns on Wagner. And Wagner started taking a lot of hits. Big hits. They have turned around and they are taking parts of Russia. The private military group is taking parts of Russia itself. Because they are pissed. And right now, the only real people that Russia has to defend inside the country is the National Guard. And the National Guard is primarily made up of people who aren't really good fighters, because generally people paid a lot of money to get their kids into the National Guard so that they wouldn't go out and fight in Ukraine or anywhere else. So now these people who are just in for donut cream puff jobs are having to fight one of the toughest private military groups in, well, at least that part of the world. And they are taking Russia. When Putin started this war with Ukraine, they went from being the second largest military in the world to being the second largest military in Ukraine. And now Russia is only the second largest military power in Russia. And to make things worse, oh my God, this is something that never goes well. Putin, of course, made a big speech and is reaching out to other private military groups in places like Chechen. Oh boy, that's gonna go well, isn't it? Things are crazy in that portion of the world, and they are only gonna get crazier. Oh my God. If you want to watch politics, watch that. Things are happening hard and fast there. But before the end here, one of the other things, I was actually laughing out loud and enjoying myself this morning. There are two channels, MK and Easy Peasy. I used to watch MK back when this guy called Damian Lee was the voice of the channel. I really liked Damian Lee and his laugh. And then he left to go off and do other things. It was a long time before I even tried to watch MK because I didn't like the people that they had to replace Damian Lee. And then on Easy Peasy, it's another channel where I did not like the people they had doing readings. Now, MK and Easy Peasy are one of those channels that they do like Reddit readings or Tumblr readings or Twitter readings where they just gather the stuff up, read the stuff, and react. Now, this is checking my time again. One of the things that I like and don't like about people that read stuff online like that, there are very popular channels that are just text to speech, where they just read the stuff text to speech. Who the frick cares? I'm not watching this stuff because of the material. I'm watching this stuff because I want to hear the person that's reading it react to it as they're reading it. MK and Easy Peasy, one of them I think is like MK has, I think it's MK that has the one standard reader, and it might be Easy Peasy that rotates, and there's another one like Fake Out where they rotate, and the thing is the people will watch, they'll read, and then they'll react. Sometimes they spend a time going off on this stuff, and that is why I watch. Their reaction, the people. The material, you can get the material anywhere. It's the people reading and reacting to it that I like. And I just thought I'd mention that. It's 17 minutes in. I wish I had written down the stuff that I have been thinking about on my creative stuff, but I'm going to talk about, I got a call from the VA housing people. Unfortunately, Mason County, where I live in Washington State, is considered one of the little counties, and so there are several, like Pierce and Mason and all this, a couple of them all rushed together, and there's one person that's in charge of all that. He does a lot of driving, but he's in charge of this area and this stuff. I still have the person that I talked with as a contact in VA housing. She's a social worker, but she's getting me in contact with this other person. I have talked about my situation, and you do have to be 24 hours at least in a place that is considered non-good housing. Does that include hotel rooms? I don't know. I forgot to ask. So I gotta ask this guy. Because, I need to find the best way to sleep and stay somewhere where I'm not going to lose all my stuff and all that. I really need to make a video for my GoFundMe, because right now I have enough to pay for another month's worth of Comcast and internet access, but I'm going to need some money for a storage unit and a U-Haul truck and staying in a hotel room. So I need to make a video begging for help, because I'm not really going to be able to do that. So checking my list, at least there's things going on. I just need help between there and getting to that stage where you can help. So we shall see what happens, because I still need to put the stuff in storage, and I still need a place to stay, and I still need a U-Haul, and I need help. So there's really nothing else on my list, and I don't have anything creative to talk about. I've been thinking about creative stuff all the time. I have a lot of things in my head. I mean, there's little minor things. Like yesterday I was talking about how long universes last if you look at it from a cosmic horror viewpoint. From a cosmic horror viewpoint, when you have these cosmic horrors looking out into the multiverse, it looks like our starry sky at night, except there's no constellations. You know, each twinkling star, each time it twinkles, from the cosmic horror viewpoint, that twinkling starry sky is universes coming into existence and dying out. The whole sky filled with, well, how many galaxies and stars out there are there? There are tens of thousands of things out there to see constantly. And that's what the cosmic horrors see. Just universes in their ungs, because within the Ungabe, there are the Ungabe is like a soap bubble collection, and the soap is the Ungabe. The space that's inside soap bubbles is the Ung. Inside of the Ung, there is a universe. It is like an amoeba with a nucleus. The universe is the nucleus inside the Ung. The Ung is what you actually see sparkling out there, living and dying as a cosmic horror. It looks like a starry sky. And I've opened up 24 hours for the comments in my community tab. Gonna go through and thank out many people who've left me comments in the past 24 hours. If I mispronounce the username, no disrespect is intended, and even though I'm not gonna count American Sign Language anymore. I know how to, it's just with my gabapentin especially. I am loopy and forget stuff a lot. I forget what day it is. I forget if I've taken my meds. I forget my name. Gabapentin is a good drug for nerve pain, but oh my god, it's like self-imposed ADHD plus. Let me call it my Chrome, because that's where I have it. It doesn't help a lot, but it helps a little. So we have Jesse Koskinen, always good to see you in the comments. There is Chris, thumbs up and thank you. Gab, thumbs up and thank you much. Julie and Coolian, I sure hope I'm close. And yeah, Boltgunner is awesome. And West, I cannot pronounce this. West, aka Hash HIDDG, thank you very much. Adonis Rivera, thumbs up and thank you much. Adam_C-Bands, greatly appreciated. And Jan, thumbs up and thank you. Always good to see you. I do need to still work on the membership. It might go into the money that I just get paid, but I only get paid by YouTube like once a year. I have to break the $100 point before YouTube pays me, and it takes a full year before I make enough money for YouTube to pay me. So the money might be going into that. I don't know. I'll have to check on it. There's Flora Mew, thumbs up, thank you much. Oh, and everything sucks, but you know, life is life. Nexor EH, I got your email. Thank you very, very much. No fear, I will be answering. Larry from Space, thumbs up and thank you. And then Chris, MAGIX, thumbs up, thank you very, very much. And then there is Maiden Canada, thumbs up, thank you very, very much. I wish I'd had one of the Atari computers, like an Atari 800 or the 7200 and all that. I wish I'd had those. I wish I'd had one of those. I only had the Commodore stuff, but I wish I'd had one. I even want one of those TSR, one of the color computers. I wish I had that retro stuff, but emulation works. I'd like to have a ZX, a Sinclair ZX, but I mean, really, if I had one, what would I do with it? And emulation works. So thumbs up on that. We have FEFFERONIDADADEL. Thumbs up and thank you. Deborah Pritchard, greatly appreciated. 77 Arcturus, thumbs up and thank you very much. And yeah, the Doc Savage, Man of Steel, or Man of Bronze. God, I remember that old stuff. I never read them, but Doc Savage, The Shadow, all those things. Because I'm old, I at least have a cultural reference for them. There is The Wrath of Melba, R.J. Mitchell. Thumbs up. Thank you very much. It would be appreciated. You have done a lot to help me out, and I do appreciate it. And that is it. 24 hours. Everyone that left me comments, greatly appreciated. I am going to do what I can do today, which is record stuff. I want to play some of this stuff. I would love, still, I have the PDF for it. That's how I got printed out. I want to do an overview / leaf through / character creation of Ironsworn so that you can see how it is and make it non-intimidating for me too. I want to play I don't have it out, but 96 Quest. That is a fun game. Very, very simple. The guy that makes 4 Against Darkness with its 10,000 supplements is making a series of one-offs. 9D6 Quest is one of those one-offs, although if there is enough interest, he has said that they'll make a supplement for it. But he's still making one-offs as well as doing 4 Against Darkness material. Apparently there is a 3-book series already that they've been doing on towns and such. Not released yet. Oh, burp. Excuse me. Goodness gracious. Fun being organic. Hopefully you can get done the things that you want to get done today. And if you can't, don't beat yourself up. It's not going to help. And, oh god golly, I still don't have a way to end this with some sort of, I can't even remember the words, but a thing that is like a customary ending. Good golly, Miss Molly, I frickin' love gabapentin. Anyway, though, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, and that is indeed a very good thing. And of course, sure, I have said this before a lot. I could edit this part out. What's the point of my waving my controller in the air after I've already said goodbye to everybody? It'd be easy. I use the Share Factory on the PlayStation 4, but yeah, it's easy.